A warm welcome to Tbc News, our top stories. President Samia reshuffles several leaders. Preparations for Africa Energy Summit into gear. Good evening, I am Teddy Mparinyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. President Samia Suluhu Hassan has appointed, transferred, and made changes to several leaders. According to a statement issued by the Chief Secretary, Dr. Moses Kusiluka, the changes involve appointment and transfer of some district commissioners, district administrative secretaries, district executive directors, and appointment of one chairman of the board. President Samia Suluhu Hassan emphasizes on the responsibility of all business people to pay taxes on time and call for tax administrators to ensure fairness is a crucial message for promoting a sustainable tax culture. President Samia made the remarks in Dar es Salaam after awarding Best Taxpayers for the year 2023-2024.
Tanzania Revenue Authority's Best Taxpayers Awards event was a significant occasion in Dar es Salaam, celebrating contribution of taxpayers to the nation's development. Speaking at the occasion, President Samia Suluhu Hassan says that the awards will continue next year under President's name, aiming at elevating the recognition of taxpayers across various sectors. Payment costs are provided in individual ways. The system have the ability to serve customers on time, and as we tend to make our cities and towns to do their business activities for 24 hours, let's make it easier for taxpayers to fulfill their obligations while implementing the digital economic policy. Recognition of Said Salim Bahresa as the top individual taxpayers, along with the acknowledgement of 1,228 taxpayers, highlights the importance of tax compliance in fostering economic growth. The criteria outlining by the Commissioner General of Tanzania Revenue Authority, Yusuf Mwenda, for selecting awards winners demonstrate commitment to excellence in tax compliance in cooperation with the TRA.
They have qualified according to the following criteria. The first one is the one who has a good record in maintaining tax records. The second criteria is the one who can pay taxes voluntarily and on time. The third criteria is the one who makes the correct use of EFD machine and electronic stamp ETS criteria. The fourth is the one who owes a large amount of tax, and the last one is the one who gives good cooperation to TRA when needed.
Ni yule ambaye analipa kiasi kikubwa cha kodi, na kigezo cha mwisho ni yule ambaye anatoa ushirikiano mzuri.
The positive feedback from taxpayers who were awarded reflects the motivation that such recognition can inspire.
Okay, this awards means greatly to us as Chop Life Gaming. We operate in 6 countries in Africa, and it means that we have been compliant and very adherent to the Tanzanian laws, and we promise to keep on being adherent and to also give support and whatever TRA would want from us. We are very compliant and we want everyone to support us. And on behalf of the gaming industry, we are grateful that the country now recognizes the gaming industry and our contribution. And we promise to do better in future.
Being one of the players in the industry who have scooped a lot of awards tonight, I'm really impressed, I'm really happy, I'm really excited. But I'm also, the whole point here is just to see how good Tanzania is and how the environment, the investment environment is good, is conducive for us to continue investing in Tanzania.
Taxpayers Awards not only rewards those who excel in tax contribution, but also serves as encouragement for others to follow suit, which is vital for the economic health of Tanzania. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Antonia Kivaria, TBC News.
3 days before Tanzania hosts Energy Summit in Dar es Salaam, preparations for the big event are in top gear. TBC News roving camera has seen renovations of roads, paintings of some buildings, and even Julius Nyerere International Convention Center, where the conference is expected to take place. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Energy, Dr. Biteko, speaks on the importance of the Energy Summit.
Tunao mkutano mkubwa wa marais wote wa Afrika.
We expect to have an international meeting that will involve presidents from the African continent with the aim of discussing energy and electricity issues for the wider interest of the African continent. Our country has been chosen as an example and a beacon of energy under the leadership of Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. The government of Tanzania has made significant efforts to supply electricity to rural areas.
The two-day Africa Energy Summit is expected to take place in Dar es Salaam from 27th to 28th January. As the number of Tanzanians with access to electricity in rural Tanzania continues to increase, for some it's a long-time dream coming true. Here's the story of a 98-year-old man who only last year got the feeling of having an access to electricity.
As I continue to explore how power access changes people's lives in rural areas of the Lake Zone region, I meet Makoy Luwaula, a 98-year-old man whose village got access to electricity just last year.
I was born in 1927. Before having access to electricity, life was tough, but we kept going. Some of us knew once we have reliable power access, the village would transform economically.
Living for 97 years without power access, he narrates how life was since 1955 when he moved to Shishani village.
We were living just like that, and we did not even know when we will have access to electricity. We used to use candles, kerosene lamps. Life was not that much comfortable. And actually we lost hope, and that one day we will have an alternative.
What about now? McCoy expresses his happiness.
We are happy now because we can get cold drinks, whether it's a soft drink or something else. We can now buy refrigerators to store our cooking items. We are happy now that we have power access. We feel that we are moving forward.
Lamek Manga, who is a technician from Tanzania Electric Supply Company TANESCO, responsible for rural electrification, says with power access, Shishani village is set for major economic transformations.
After the village having an access to electricity, the number one investment potential is milling machines. At the locals here largely cultivate rice, followed by maize, but rice is the number one here. I urge you people to come and invest here, as not only electricity is available, but also the roads are passable throughout the year.
Hundreds of kilometers from Mwanza town, Mwanza villages have started to reap what power access can provide, making everyone delighted. Reporting from Shishani village, Mwanza region, Nasa Kingu, TBC News.
The Minister of Finance, Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba, has urged financial institutions in the country to continue educating people on the use of digital transactions in order to actively participate in strengthening the digital economy in Tanzania and eliminate the use of cash. Emmanuel Sama reports.
Minister of Finance Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba made the remarks in Dar es Salaam during the listing of the first issue of bonds of more than 63 billion shillings of Azania Bank in the Dar es Salaam stock market DSE, where he says the action will help to bring productivity in building the country's economy.
We wish to be like developed countries. Why should we be afraid of these ways they have gone through? We must go to that system of development through a modern system to increase the growth of our nation.
On his part, the Chief Executive Officer of the Crypto Markets and the Securities Authority CMSA, Nicodemus Mkama, says the approved bond will help to develop projects implemented in the country and raise the economy of individual citizens.
This is part of the implementation of the national strategy for the support of SME, which are very important in the development and growth of the economy. But also the success of this bond has been a result of other enabling environment provided by the government, including the incentives, where in the financial year 2021-2022, the government, through the Finance Act, approved the removal of withholding tax on corporate bonds issued by companies.
The Chief Executive Officer of Azania Bank, Esther Mangenya, states that the funds obtained from the bond will be used to provide loans to various groups, including women, youth, and small entrepreneurs in the country. Financial institutions have been urged to use opportunities provided by the government to invest in productive projects, not only for the institutions, but also for the nation as a whole. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Emmanuel Samuel, TBC News.
In another development, Minister of Finance Dr. Mwigulu Nchemba urges Tanzanians to cultivate a culture of authorship, emphasizing on the need to address the declining number of publications in the country. Dr. Nchemba made the remarks during the official launch of a book, The Magnets of Good Fortunes, a concise guide to success by Dr. Moses Mwizarubi.
Appreciate to the author of the book because actually he has done something very noble because writing is authorship of books. Putting what you have in mind into books is something which is highly missing among us Tanzanians. We appreciate what has been advocated in the book. Directs on the success of the real life among the young generation, ranging from both who are serving in the public sector and from the private sector, addressing the secrets of success from the personal level, personal life, to institutions, to the public, and that is what is the main learning to be derived from what has been written by the author.
Author of the book, Dr. Mwizarubi, explains the content of his book.
The book has 10 chapters. Chapter 1 is setting the foundation of the book, but chapter 2 is speaking about wisdom, which is very key to success. Chapter 3 is speaking about knowledge and understanding, because people don't prosper because they don't have knowledge, adequate knowledge and understanding of issues. Chapter 4 speaks about talents and skills. A lot of things about talents and skills, because there are some people who are successful simply because of their talents.
On his part, the governor of the Bank of Tanzania, Emmanuel Tutuba, says the launched book emphasizes on the power of wisdom, knowledge and understanding, and it is expected to be translated in Kiswahili language to reach majority of Tanzanians. The construction of JP Magufuli Bridge, which is also known as Kigongo Busisi Bridge, in Mwanza region has reached 96.4% of completion. Residents of Mwanza region expect to start using the bridge by the end of next month. James Elombo's story is read by Faidangaga.
This is the Kigongo area in Mwanza, and the construction of roads continues. This is the road merging JP Magufuli Bridge. Minister for Works Abdallah Ulega visits this area to see how work continues at this project, which is worth more than 716 billion Tanzanian shillings.
A total of 611 billion Tanzanian shillings has been paid already. This is a unique project. This bridge is 3 kilometers long. It is the longest bridge in East Africa.
Speaking at the scene, Geita Regional Commissioner Martin Shigela says completion of this bridge is an opportunity to boost the economy.
This area is rich in gold. Gold requires large machinery. In the past, we were finding it difficulty to increase investment. Therefore, when this bridge is completed, it means the machineries will be able to be transported.
In another development, Minister for Works has visited Songoro Marine Workshop used for construction of ships and ferry, saying the government is completing construction of 6 new ferries. Among those 5 are in Lake Victoria and 1 in Indian Ocean. All those ferries are expected to cost 56 billion shillings.
The Ubungo District Commissioner Hassan Bomboko has met with the local government leaders, ward executives, and neighborhood officials to strategize ahead of the launch of the Ubungo Usiku Kama Mchana campaign aimed at promoting 24-hour business operations in the Ubungo district in Dar es Salaam. Bomboko says the 24-hour work initiative will be accompanied by infrastructure improvements for businesses, including the installation of streetlights and the provision of essential public services in markets and bus terminals.
Today we have launched our special campaign concerning the business to be conducted 24 hours, 24/7, during day and night. And it's our pleasure to see that all citizens, they have received this campaign and they are ready to conduct the business 24/7. What we target is economic impact. As a government, our first priority is to see whether we can promote the environment for the business for our people so as they can improve their income. And at the end, as a result, our economic will go higher. So we plan to have a very big, serious campaign of conducting the business during day and night. We have target Magufuli bus terminal, all terminals, Daladala terminals, and bus station terminals.
The meeting brought together key stakeholders, including representatives from the security and safety sectors, to formulate a comprehensive work plan to prevent crime and mitigate potential disasters in business areas. And now, in case you missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere across the globe. Before concluding the local news tonight, let us take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. International news up next. And here is international news as compiled and read by Lulu Mohammed.
The suspension of domestic and international flights in Somalia remains in place for the second day as airlines protest in increased fees imposed by the federal government. The Somali Airlines Operators Association, representing nearly 20 airlines, announced the suspension on Wednesday, citing disagreement with the Ministry of Transport and Somali Civil Aviation Authority. The strike has left hundreds of passengers stranded across the country and some living in neighboring countries. A federal judge has temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's executive order denying U.S. citizenship to the children of parents living in the country illegally. The order will deny citizenship to those born after February 19 whose parents are in the country illegally. It also forbids U.S. agencies from issuing any document or accepting any state document recognizing citizenship for such children. On Tuesday, President Trump signed 200 orders and revised 80 policies of his predecessor, President Joe Biden, some of which have been strongly opposed by U.S. citizens. And Uganda is prepared to fight against the mpox outbreak after receiving 10,000 vaccine doses from the European Commission. Around 10 people have died since the outbreak began in the country. Uganda's health minister said that the vaccination will target high-risk populations, including truck drivers, motorcyclists, and vendors.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports news, Young Africans head coach Said Ramovic says after disappointment in CAF Champions League, they are back in action against Kopko FC in Federation Cup, and they want to make a statement as defending champions by crushing out their opponent. Ramovic added that they want to win everything as Young Africans, including the Federation Cup, even if they respect their opponent like any other team, but they will use every possible weapon to win the match and go to the next round.
Africans, your aim is always to win everything what you can win, and this is our goal. So we will face a team that we will show a lot of respect, like we always do, against every team we play, and we will do the same, and we will try to win the game with everything we have.
Young Africans failed to qualify for CAF Champions League quarter-final after failing to capitalize on home ground as they held a draw with Algeria side MC Alger in front of fans at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. Only winning against champions side Cop United will define their back in action. And that is sports news. And now before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let us take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello dear viewers, and thank you for joining us for the next 24 weather forecast. By starting with the patterns, and for tomorrow we expect the moderate wind of 30 km per hour for Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika together with Lake Nyasa, and the strong wind of 40 km per hour for the entire coast. And the state of the sea is expected to be low. And Tanzania Meteorological Authority is issuing an advisory of short period of strong winds reaching 40 km per hour and large waves reaching 2 meters over some areas of the entire coast. So precautive measures should be taken. And rainfall models are still portraying the presence of rainfall activities over most parts of the country. So for tonight to expect western part of the country, southwestern Highland, southern part of Morogoro to the southern region, to feature partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas. While for the central part of the country, northern part of Morogoro to the southern coast, are expected to feature partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas. And for the rest of together with Pwan regions, are expected to feature partly cloud condition, light rain showers over a few areas. And for the rest part of the country, are expected to feature partly cloud conditions. And for tomorrow, we expect Lake Victoria Basin, western part of the country, southwestern Highland, central part of the country, Manyara region, Morogoro region to the southern region, to feature partly cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun periods. While for the Dar es Salaam, Pwani, including Mafia ISOs, linked together with the Mtwara regions, are expected to feature partly cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas, and sun periods. And for Arusha, Kilimanjaro, Tanga together with Unguja Pemba ISOs, are expected to feature partly cloud condition, light rain showers over a few areas, and sun periods. Let us see next 4 days forecast from different cities and regions. Dar es Salaam light rain and sun period are expected at maximum temperature at 33 degrees. Dodoma rain showers are expected at maximum temperature at 31 degrees. Mbeya rain showers are expected at maximum temperature at 27 degrees. Mwanza thunder showers and sun period are expected at maximum temperature at 29 degrees. Kilimanjaro rain showers are expected at maximum temperature at 31 degrees. Morogoro rain showers are expected at maximum temperature at 33 degrees. Arusha rain showers is expected at maximum temperature at 28 degrees. I'm Rebecca William from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Thank you, have a nice weekend and good night.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mparinyanga. Have a spectacular night.